Alright guys, so let's do an honest review of the Gamo Silent Cat. I believe they call it Silent Cat Whisper. Let's see. No, they just call it the Silent Cat. They don't say Whisper. They say 1,250 feet per second. That's bullshit. It's going to be an honest opinion of the Gamo rifle because I'm tired of all this bullshit people be posting. The Silent Cat is also the same as the here's another rifle. It's the same exact rifle. All the way down to the stock. It's the I don't remember, but take a good look at this. Okay. There's another rifle identical to it, that's made by Gamo. All they did was change the name so they could sell you the same thing twice and tell you it's something different. And it's really not. The Gamo. I don't remember, guys. But let's give an honest review. All these people be talking about what a good rifle these are. Okay. Let's talk about the goods of it. It's lightweight. It's very light. It's very light. Let's get you turned around here. See about setting you up. Let's see if I can set you up where. Yeah. There ain't no good way to set you up here, really. See, there we go. Alright. The rifle's lightweight. It's real easy to cock. It's got a bear trap mechanism in it, so you can't hit the trigger and release the barrel. They're accurate. They're accurate. They'll actually reach. They'll actually do their claim feet per second with lead pellets, but that 1250 with alloys, that's hogwash. Now let's talk about the negatives of this rifle. Big thing, right off rip. That little detent right there. That little detent right there is what locks that barrel in place. And that's made out of plastic. Made out of plastic. Locks under that little bar right there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's actually already sort of tilted off to the side a little bit. Everything about it feels cheap. That pivot point right there, this whole breech block is polymer or plastic. It's got a steel barrel inserted down it, but where that actually hinges at, plastic to wear out. The trigger is piss poor. It's also plastic. It does have, looks like it's got an adjustment screw down in there, but you're not gonna just get to it. The safety is plastic. They got these holes in the butt pad to absorb some of the recoil, but the butt pad, I'm squeezing that as hard as I can. That butt pad is so hard that it's not really doing anything. This is 177 caliber. I have already had to, here, let's put a pellet in it so I can close the barrel. I've already had to replace the rear sight on it, and the rear sight is off of a Crossman, actually, but I do got the iron sights working again. I'm actually shooting way out there. Here's a can laid on its side, and oh, there, I see it. I've actually hit that can numerous times here. They call this thing the silent cat, but in all reality, listen to it. This has got a Gamo Tomahawk. They are a 7.56 grain pellet in it. Listen to all that noise this thing makes. What's it matter if it's got a moderator in it if the actual action is all loud and twangy, louder than the actual shot is? Now, at this range, I've actually hit that can a bunch of times. Let's walk down there and look at it. I've actually hit that can a bunch. I've hit it more than not with iron sights, shooting offhand. So, in true Gamo fashion, it is an accurate rifle. They do have good barrels. That's really all they got going for them. You see where all I've hit it. I even hit it laying on its side from that distance, which is a very small target. It definitely goes all the way through the can at that distance. So I mean, as far as a good plinker or even a small game for squirrel, dove, rabbit. Oh, let's see. I had it out here. Let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's what I figured. 30 yards. That was at 30 yards, open sight. At 30 yards, that can disappears behind that little fiber optic. The Gamo Shadow. The Gamo Shadow Whisper. That's the same exact rifle as this. Same stock, same barrel. The blue off in the moderator. Everything. Now the Shadow may have, the only difference is, I'd have to look into it. The Shadow may have a gas ram instead of a spring piston. But even at that, even with the gas ram, it's still going to have the same crap plastic trigger. And by the way, everybody likes to say, oh, well, that's their lower end, that's why it's got that crap plastic trigger. Okay, my Gamo Magnum 177 was a it's either $364 or $346. I want to lean towards the $364. I paid, it might be what I paid for that, but I could be wrong. It could be $346. It's one of the two, but it was over $300 nonetheless. Almost $3.50. If not over $3.50. It's got the cat trigger, the custom action trigger, and while it's adjustable two ways, it's also plastic. The breech block in the Gamo Magnum is also plastic. The barrel lock D10 in it, also plastic. Now that new 25 caliber Gamo Jungle Magnum, that might actually have a steel breech in it for once. It'll be the only Gamo I know of that has a steel breech. Especially any of them that's got the polymer stocks. So folks need to quit talking about what a good buy the Gamo rifles are. they're not really all that good of a buy. They're really not. I paid I think it was $235 for the I've got 2 gamos in the house other than this one. This one I bought used for I give me the 35 or 40 bucks for it, so I wasn't really mad that it's a cheap ass gamo. But I've got a, what is that other one, a Wildcat, Gamo Wildcat Whisper. It's gas ram. It shoots nice and smooth and accurate like this does, but it's got all the same plastic points that are going to wear out. I've got a Crosman F4 in there that I paid $89 for like 12, 13 years ago. It's got a steel trigger, steel breech block. It's gas ram. It was just as quiet as this. It's not clunky when you use it. It's just as accurate as these are. I don't know why people seem to have trouble getting accuracy out of their F4s. I have no trouble accuracy out of my F4. I don't expect this under the kind of shooting and conditions and the beating and banging and out in the elements that F4 has had and still shoots like new. I don't see these making it that long because of all the plastic parts, buddy. That polymer is going to start wearing out around that hinge where it pivots, and then you're going to have slack in the barrel. It's not going to line up right. It'll sit up or down. The detent, the locking detent, Spring Piston Rifle Fever's already talked about that with his. The detents went sort of wonky in his, and the barrel just don't lock right every time. And that's going to start, even though it's got a great barrel in it, it's going to start destroying accuracy. So Gamo needs to step their game up. Fix all them plastic points. I don't care if they put that polymer jacket over their barrel. Sure, go ahead. But put the polymer jacket up to here like Crosman does, and then a steel breech block from their back. How about that? How about a steel locking detent so that don't just wear out and then your barrel's all not lining up the same every shot? How about a steel trigger so that cheap ass trigger don't break the frick off? How about that? How about actually make the butt plate comfortable and make it a soft butt plate instead of putting holes in it, try to make it look like you got a soft butt plate when you don't? How about that? How about y'all step y'all's game up, Gamo, especially for the prices that some of y'all's rifles are? And I understand what I paid for mine, you can get them cheaper online, but that's online. I'm talking somebody goes to a brick and mortar store and buys your products. They're very expensive, and this is what you get for your money. I mean, Crosman and Daisy and Hot Sun and Numerex, they all do better than this for comparable money rifles. So I mean, yeah, I mean, y'all can waste y'all's money on a brand new Gamo if y'all want to. I'll never do that again, unless that Jungle turns out to have a steel breech. And well, even at that, the Jungle still got the plastic trigger though. So I mean, there's still that plastic trigger in there. I don't think that's as big a deal for me though as the hinge point and the locking detent. So yeah, I mean, there's your honest review and honest opinion on Gamo products, and not just somebody hyping them up to be these great rifles when they're really not. You guys need to cut that out. Tell folks how accurate they are. I'll agree with you. They're accurate as hell. Tell them how they're fun to shoot. They're fun to shoot. But man, quit calling them a good rifle. They're not a good rifle. They're made as cheap as Gamo could possibly make them. And they're not going to last like that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, thumbs up. We'll catch you next time around. North Florida Air Gunner out.